From a sponsorship deal that changed his life to the most maxed out contract the game's ever seen, these are the 25 most expensive things Cristiano Ronaldo owns. And first up, he's spending millions just to get iced out. When it comes to luxury watches, Ronaldo's got an addiction. He just can't stop. In his collection, he's got one of the most insane pieces I've ever seen. A Hublot masterpiece, MP09. And the details on this timepiece are stunning. It's covered in baguette and paved diamonds, is 18 karat rose gold, and is one of Hublot's special releases. See, Hublot holds the record for the most expensive watch in the world, so you can be sure this timepiece isn't cheap. And to cop it, this one had Ronaldo spending over $1 million. Oof. Ronaldo landed this one in 2020 when the world was still being hit by COVID. Dude was making bank even in lockdown mode. But this is only the beginning, and Ronaldo's next timepiece had him stealing a show just by wearing it. In 2019, after an amazing first year with his new club Juventus, Ronaldo was the top pick to win big at the Dubai Globe Soccer Awards in December. And with an event like that featuring some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment, there's no way Ronaldo would have headed out dressed in casuals. He knew he needed to make an appearance. So when it came to picking the timepiece for this one, it was simply stunning. Now, his suits and t-shirt combo at the event was fly, but his Rolex GMT Master Ice was amazing. When it comes to watches like this, Rolex usually doesn't slouch. They always make sure the details are on point. This one comes with 30 karat white diamonds on the dial and bracelet. The case is made out of $18,000 karat gold, and the bezel has some stunning baguette cut diamonds to create a fancy appearance. And with all of these features, the watch isn't cheap too. This one cost Ronaldo $486k, but it wasn't trying to make him look invisible like Frank Muller was. Still, in 2019, Ronaldo's performances had now become so good that it wasn't just the guys at Rolex trying to get him to wear their watch. You see, over at French dealers Frank Muller Van Cleer, they were trying to create something special for guys like Ronaldo that would cost a crazy fortune too. Yup, that right there is a special edition Frank Muller Invisible Baguette Diamond Imperial Tourbillon, and it's in Ronaldo's collection too. To show you just how exclusive this one is, it's covered in 474 baguette diamonds and 70 rubies too. The stones on the watch are set invisibly. It's only the owner who knows just how special this one is. I'd bet the details on this one couldn't get off Ronaldo's mind, so in the end he swiped the card and spent a whopping $2 million on it. The crazy thing is, with all this spending, Ronaldo still wasn't done copping watches, and the most famous watch in his collection has him going back in time. Ronaldo's relationship with Jacob & Co goes way back. I'm talking over 20 years. See, back in the day when Ronaldo was just starting and making a name for himself in football, Jacob Arabo, the founder of Jacob & Co, spotted Ronaldo's talent early on, hit a close relationship with CR7, and from there they produced magic. Over the years, Ronaldo and Jacob & Co have teamed up to make some of the craziest watches in the world, like the Flight of CR7 and the Heart of CR7, with pieces in the collection costing between $1.8 to $2 million. It's easy to see why Jacob Arabo wanted to team up with Ronaldo. His potential at the start was huge, and years later it's safe to say he's one of the greatest players of his generation, and his super expensive awards can prove it. In 2008, Ronaldo hit the peak. He balled out in every competition with Manchester United, won the Premier League with a record-breaking 31 goals at the time, was the top scorer in the Champions League, scored in the final, and later in the year, he won the first big one of his career, the Ballon d'Or. Since that time till now, he's added 4 more to the collection to make it 5, and I bet you didn't know, the Ballon d'Or is more than just the ultimate individual prize in the game. It costs a lot too. Now, in 2017, Ronaldo figured it was time he did something incredible for humanity. At the time, he wanted to make an impact in kids' lives, and he figured out a perfect way to carry out his plan. He called an auction to sell off his 2013 Ballon d'Or, and eventually, Israel's richest man, Idan Ofer, went home with Ronaldo's award for a whopping $600k. I'm not that good at math, but if that's the price of one Ballon d'Or, then it means all 5 are worth over $3 million. Once Ronaldo started getting getting popular, the sponsorship deals kept coming, and one of them has Ronaldo living like a king for life. Ronaldo and Nike's relationship goes back to when it all started for CR7. In 2003, he used his first Nike Mercurial Vapor boots, then stuck with the chrome colorway in the early days of his career, and ever since, he and Nike haven't stopped. Imagine being so popular that he's even got a Nike to release some special exclusives just for him. Yep, this is Ronaldo's reality. And in 2016, both Ronaldo and Nike decided to make the partnership for life. He signed a $1 billion contract that'll see him wear Nike exclusives for as long as he lives. To be fair though, for that price, I'd wear Nike for 3 generations straight. But Nike isn't the only brand pulling in the money for Ronaldo. These next dudes brought in CR7 to beat the competition. At the start of 2022, Ronaldo and Binance were cooking something huge. Now, Binance is one of the biggest crypto platforms in the world, but at the time they were facing competition from other crypto startups looking to take their spot. And that's when the owners figured that to beat the competition and stay above everyone else, they needed to bring in a guy who was used to winning and staying at the top of the game for long. And there was no better pick than CR7. His deal with Binance has him raking in a reported $10 million in profits. The dude just can't stop winning. He's even making money off fried chicken. In 2013, Ronaldo was arguably the biggest footballer with a commercial value, and as a result, all kinds of brands wanted him to be the face of their ads, even KFC. Yo, no way Ronaldo's going down an entire bucket of chicken. Insane. See, Ronaldo agreeing to promote KFC ads in the Middle East wasn't just because he loved chicken or the brand, he was getting paid for it too, and paid big. According to the data from The Sun, Ronaldo earned over $2.25 million in 3 years just for promoting fried chicken. I've been serving them in restaurants down here in New Orleans and I can't make past $60 a week. Can't even lie, Ronaldo's a smart businessman. He's got multiple streams of income, which means the money never stops coming, from Binance to KFC and even NFT deals. Of course, Ronaldo has an exclusive collection of NFTs named after him. Binance released this special edition of digital art on their platform, and when it comes to the pricing, they're ranging from $77 to $10,000. That's how much it costs just to get a digital version of Ronaldo. According to the dudes who track NFTs, Ronaldo's exclusive collection should rise in a couple of years, meaning it could even be more than this. Damn, told you he keeps the money coming in. But you see guys, despite all the money Ronaldo's making from NFT deals, it still won't hit up to what he's making from football, because ever since he made the move to the Saudi Pro League, he set himself for the bag of a lifetime. 2023 and Ronaldo was going through it. 2 years back, he'd made a sensational return to Manchester United, his homecoming, but it ended up turning into a nightmare. Ronaldo and the new coach Erik ten Hag fell off badly, and the relationship was so strained that it led to Ronaldo releasing one of the most controversial press conferences in the game's history. He called everyone out, including Wayne Rooney. Anyways, after this interview, Ronaldo and Manchester United decided to mutually terminate his contract, meaning coming into the new year, Ronaldo was a free agent. Unbelievable. But this one only lasted for a couple of days, because over in the Saudi Pro League, one club had been keeping tabs on him, and when they found the opportunity to make a move, they gave Ronaldo a contract that was impossible to say no to. $200 million a year. Whoa. To put this into context, the highest any previous baller had ever received for a football contract wasn't even up to $100 million. Mbappe was at 75. With this new move, Ronaldo became the top of the chain when it came to raking in the cash. And with a new $200 million contract in the bag, there was no way he was going to live in just any crib in Saudi. At the Four Seasons Hotel in Riyadh, Ronaldo's living like a king. Since his new move to Al Nassr, Ronaldo's lodged himself in the 48th, 49th and 50th floors in the building. And I kind of understand why. Moving into a new league like that, Ronaldo didn't want to feel alone, so he brought his family and entire team with him. And to be fair, I bet they wanted to move too, because this place is the spot. It's got 24-hour room service, fitness classes, a gym, a house car, an outdoor pool, a spa, and even a tennis court. Just in case there's stuff they didn't have but need, down the hotel is a shopping mall where they can get everything they need. The Four Seasons is also a few miles away from the Al Nassr Stadium, meaning if they want, the family can always come to watch Ronaldo play. With all of these features, Ronaldo's paying a monthly rent of over $300,000. But the dude's rich, he can afford any house he wants. It's not just in Saudi he's paying for cribs, he's even got got a super cozy crib in faraway Spain. After his incredible first spell at United, Ronaldo decided that his gig at the new club was up. Either that or Wayne Rooney had him trying way too many buckets of chicken. Anyway, in the summer of 2009, it was time for Ronaldo to go big, and it couldn't get any bigger than joining the kings of European football. $80 million later, he joined Real freaking Madrid. Ronaldo's move to the Spanish capital was the most expensive in the world at the time, and being the mega superstar that he is, the first thing he did once he landed in Spain was go house shopping at one of the coziest spots in the city. His house in La Finca. It's like Beverly Hills, but even better. Ronaldo made sure he had everything possible to enjoy life in his new home, from a jacuzzi to a pool out the back, and even a football field on the side to help him practice and stay at the top of his game. His Madrid home is worth a staggering $7.1 million. Yep, that's how much it takes to live like Ronaldo. This lifestyle, it's only for the rich, and that's why Ronaldo spent another set of millions to cop this crib named after one of the most controversial billionaires in the world. In 2015, Ronaldo bought an apartment at the Trump Tower in Manhattan for $18.5 million. I always knew Ronaldo and Trump had something going on, ever since they both subscribed to Mr. Football on the same day. Apart from being a pretty good footballer, Ronaldo's also a proper businessman. And so when he's got business out in the States, instead of staying in some cheap hotel, he can just crash at his Manhattan Trump Towers crib that comes with 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and a stunning view of the city. The apartment was even designed by famous interior designer Juan Pablo Molyneux. Even his name sounds fancy. And for that price, this one would have been coming with some special features too, like a garage in the living room. Whoa! But you see guys, all these locations aren't exactly places Ronaldo can call home, because when it gets down to it, Ronaldo's from Portugal, and he's even admitted in the past that once he's done with his career, he might want to settle down with his family back home. And that's why he spent millions to build the ultimate retirement home. This 7-story building at home in Funchal means a lot to Ronaldo. In 2015, he bought the building from a local designer named Nini Andrade Silva for a reported $7 million. And this was only phase 1 of the plan. Phase 2 meant he had to build the entire thing from scratch, and it took him 4 years. But in 2019, the house you see now was finally complete, and all set for Ronaldo and his family to move into. It's so crazy, the place has multiple swimming pools, a rooftop terrace, a stunning garage for his luxury cars, 2 gyms, and over 7 bedrooms and bathrooms. By the time he was done building the thing, Ronaldo had spent close to $12 million in making sure this one fit his idea of a dream home. No wonder why, when the world went into lockdown mode in 2020 and everyone had to stay home, Ronaldo and his family immediately rushed over to the mansion in Funchal. Still, despite building the ultimate retirement home, having one crib in his native Portugal was never going to cut it for CR7. So he went out and got the most expensive apartment ever sold in Lisbon. For this one, Ronaldo had to go to war just to make it his. At the time, 2 other billionaires were interested in the property too, and both dropped respected bids to own the place. But come on, it's Ronaldo, the man's loaded. And when he saw there was competition in trying to get his target location, he upped his bid and dropped $7.1 million to signal game over. But now guys, it's time we took things up a notch and kicked the gears a bit. Because up next on the list of Ronaldo's purchases are his exotic wheels, which are always making sure he stays turbocharged. When it comes to cars, Ronaldo's addicted, and the backstory behind it for him is emotional. As a kid growing up, Ronaldo came from a poor family. They always never had much, and so going to school in a luxury car like some of his classmates did was the last thing on his mind. Ronaldo never really cared much about stuff like this, until one day, one of his classmates did something that would never leave his mind. He came late to class that day, and as punishment, he was told to push a special trash bin they called the Ferrari around the halls. And in turn, the people watching kept laughing at him. Ronaldo looked at them and told them that one day he'd drive a real Ferrari, but because of his poor background, they didn't believe him. Fast forward to the present day, and he's got not 1, not 2, but 3 Ferraris. In his garage, Ronaldo owns a 385k S Spider Scaglietti, a 310k Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano, and a 300k Ferrari F430. But even these Ferraris have nothing on his latest whip. In March this year, Ronaldo added a $2.5 million Ferrari Daytona to his collection, taking his Ferrari count to 4. And this one's a beast. In this new ride, Ronaldo can hit top speeds in just 2.85 seconds and reach speeds of up to 340 kilometers an hour. Think his Ferrari quartet is impressive? Wait till you see his Bugatti Trio. trio. Sitting somewhere in his garage are three of the most expensive cars in the world. Ronaldo's Bugatti Veyron cost him $1.7 million to cop, but pretty soon he wanted more, and once he heard the Bugatti Chiron was out for sale, he hit the credit card again and swiped the card to purchase this, a $2.15 million Bugatti Chiron. And what's more special about this one is that Ronaldo decided to get a special timepiece just to celebrate this car. Yep, he had his watch dealer make him a special timepiece of his Bugatti Chiron to replicate his car. Some dudes play dress up to match. Ronaldo's playing dress up with his cars. But even with these two cars, Ronaldo's special edition Bugatti is so expensive, even the price tag sounds illegal. He legit spent $9.9 million in getting the Bugatti Centodici. $9.9 million! What the heck? 8-liter horsepower can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 2.4 seconds, and is so rare that only 10 units of this car were produced worldwide. Just 10. At this point, I'm starting to think there's something with Ronaldo and the number 3, a trio of Bugattis, and he's even got a Porsche Trio 2, a 77.5k Porsche Cayenne, a Porsche 911 Carrera 2S at 129k, and a Porsche Cayenne Turbo, which costs 130k. Being Ronaldo must be a freaking privilege. I bet you didn't know he's even getting car gifts for free. That's right, his partner Georgina Rodriguez got him a 150k Rolls-Royce Cadillac as a birthday gift when he turned 37. Damn, my guy's lucked out. He's got a pretty woman like Georgina sending him car gifts now. Insane. Still, despite all the cars on display, Ronaldo's got his favorite one, and it isn't the trio of Bugattis or Ferraris, it's the one that gives him comfort. Ronaldo said he loves the Rolls-Royce Phantom because it doesn't hurt his back. Now, I don't mean to be a snitch, but I'm not so sure Ronaldo's telling the complete truth, because a couple of years back I saw him max out on the one car he couldn't get. He was in a bidding war with Lionel Messi over a rare Ferrari 335 S Spider Scaglietti, and ultimately lost. I guess the disappointment of losing out on a car like that must have gotten to him, because his next purchase literally took him a class above the rest. His Gulfstream G650 has him flying like one of the best ballers in the world. Ronaldo's bird in the sky comes fully equipped with spacious bedrooms, can take as many as 19 passengers at a go, and is powered by two Rolls-Royce BR725 turbofan engines. The place has an ensuite bathroom and is so big it can take up to 100 pieces of luggage at once. The price of this private jet, this one's well worth over $73 million now. That's how much Ronaldo is using to fly his family across the world. And the crazy thing is, this is just one of them. Yeah, he's got another one. Ronaldo copped this baby in 2015 to celebrate his big one. He turned 30. Just like the owner, the first notable feature about the Gulfstream when in motion is how fast it is. Super fast. It's also got enough seating for 8 people at a go and comes with Wi-Fi, a telephone, a fax machine, an electric oven, a microwave, a refrigerator, and even an entertainment system. Damn, imagine hopping on a flight and watching Star Wars from 25,000 feet up. This one originally cost Ronaldo $22 million because of how rare it is. With only 250 pieces available worldwide, I bet that now it costs even more. Ronaldo's really out here spending over $95 million on a private jet. Maybe that's because he's got one of the most insane side hustles that's paying him hundreds of millions. In 2013, Ronaldo took one of the biggest gambles of his career. He was the best athlete in the world that year and was the top baller to win the Ballon d'Or when he decided to risk his reputation to launch his new brand, the CR7 underwear line. I can't even lie, at first this one looked cringe, but with a body like that and millions of fans who love it, Ronaldo was able to pull it off and turn his underwear brand into one of the biggest clothing brands owned by an athlete. Because according to the market today, the CR7 underwear line is estimated to be worth over $102 million. And it doesn't just stop there. It'll go up in the years to come because he's got everyone wearing them, from guys like me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays to young ballers like Alejandro Garnacho. The CR7 empire is insane. Ronaldo models his own stuff, not like he's got a choice, but hey, I'm just saying the guy's rich. Imagine wearing your custom underwear on your private yacht. The Azimut Grande 27 Metri, Ronaldo's home on water. He copped this one in 2021 after making big bank with Juve, and since then Ronaldo's been looking for any excuse just to get his family on it. And to be fair, can't blame the guy. If I had one of these, I'd never leave. The interior of this private yacht comes with some super cool stuff. White armchairs and a wooden table to give that vintage look. A deck that has access to the sea, free, 2 cabins for his crew, and 4 cabins for guests. It also has air conditioning, crazy sitting rooms, and 3 bedrooms, all for the price of $6 million. Now guys, it's time for the top reveal on the list, and Ronaldo's most expensive purchase isn't what you think, because this one cost him his life just to make it a reality. Ronaldo's donations to charity are worth over $300 million. See, Ronaldo never lost sight of that poor kid who wanted to be the best early on. That's what made him work hard and grind his way to the top. And now he's finally gotten there, he's made it his mission to give back to as many kids as he can, because he was just like them and understands their pain. After an outbreak of war in Syria, Ronaldo sent an entire plane full of supplies to donate to the victims of the attack. Add that to paying for a fan child surgery, selling off his most prized possession, the Ballon d'Or, to donate the proceeds to charity, and in 2015 he was recognized as the most charitable footballer in the world. He's still going strong, what a guy. But all of this doesn't mean Ronaldo's a complete saint though, because when it comes to his family, there's stuff Ronaldo doesn't want anyone in the public to know so bad, he'd do anything to keep them a secret. From a mystery kid to almost getting killed. I'd bet you want to know what the 7 secrets Ronaldo is hiding from you are. And lucky for you, I've got you covered. It's all in the next video.